Chrome has an atomic number of 24. On the scientific structure, it may be found in the sixth grouping. The valence shell of chromium contains 6 electrons. The most important species that are generated by chromium in the +6 oxidation state are dichromate ions. Despite its low concentrations in the air and water, chromium can cause health problems. It can affect the ability of an organism to fight off disease. For example, it is associated with lung cancer. Other effects include infertility and birth defects. Though chromium may be found in many different meals, this element is most concentrated in greens. It also has the ability to alter cell signaling. Modifications to gene output are a direct consequence of the heightened signaling. These alterations are known to promote tumor growth. Chromite is composed of iron 2 oxide and chromium 3 oxides. This active ingredient is a potent oxidant. Chromium is not affected by water at normal temperatures. This element is also a very polishable metal. Several different compounds are manufactured from chromium. They range in color from yellow to purple, green, and black. Many of these substances have a high potential for toxicity. The history of chromium is long and varied. It was discovered by French chemist Louis-Nicolas Vauquelin. Through a series of chemical reactions involving charcoal and chromium trioxide, he was able to synthesize a crystalline form of the metal. It was in a sample of a mineral that he obtained from the Ural Mountains that he made the discovery. When he boiled the mineral with potassium carbonate, he produced a yellow solution of chromic acid. This convinced him that the mineral was indeed a new element. He named it chromium, after the Greek word for color. At the time, Vauquelin was studying crocoite, a mineral. Vauquelin separated the metals from the occurrences by heating the mixture in an oven with charcoal. After heating it, he found the chromium oxide and the chromium metal. In the 1920s, a process for producing chromium was developed. The Chemical Treatment Company of New York advertised a chromium plating service in the mid-1920s. The metal chromium ranks as the planet's 7th most prevalent substance. It occurs in a variety of forms, and its presence in our environment is influenced by human activity. Chromium is also found in chromite, a mineral. To put it simply, it does not occur naturally for free. Nonetheless, chromium exists in the environment in trace concentrations. Chromite is mined in Finland, Russia, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, and the Philippines. Among its many activities, it is found in resistive heating components and the metals-making process. Trivalent chromium is naturally occurring in the environment and in rocks, as well as can be found in the form of chromium trioxide, a green oxide. This type of chromium is mainly absorbed by plants. Chromium is found in ores and soils. This element occurrence and production in nature is determined by geochemical controls. It is commonly found in a variety of foods, including meat, cheese, poultry, fruits, vegetables, and grains. It also exists in the soil and air. Because of its ability to attach to soil particles, chromium is released into the air and water. Chromium has unique properties. These properties include high hardness and resistance to tarnishing. These properties are often combined in applications to provide increased strength. The oxidation state of chromium also affects its properties. When an atom is oxidized, it undergoes a redox reaction that produces an oxide. Its oxidation state varies from Cr3 to Cr6. Both forms are important to living organisms. However, chromium-6 is highly toxic. In addition, it can interfere with genetic material. In the +6 oxidation state, chromium generates chromate ions, which are the most significant species produced. Chromium combines with sulfur to produce sulfide compounds. Another chemical process involves the direct reaction of chromium with hydrogen sulfide to create chromium sulfate. When a chromium atom is heated, it forms a green chromic oxide. This chromic oxide can be made into a metallic form by reacting with aluminum. These properties make chromium a good choice for surfacing. Chromium is known to be a corrosion-resistant material, odorless and tasteless nature. The crystalline form of chromium is silvery and gray in color. This element is also magnetic. It is a highly toxic metal. Chromium is a metal that has a density of 7.15 grams per cubic centimeter. This makes it very malleable. The melting point of chromium is 1907 degrees Celsius. Chromium is a hard, silvery white or gray metal. Among its important properties, this element is a good conductor of electricity. Unlike many other elements, chromium is not tarnished in air. When chromium reacts with halogens, it produces chromate ions. Chromium's colors have fascinated people since ancient times. The Qin dynasty in China, for example, used chromium oxide to coat weapons. The metal is used in many alloys, and it's a great addition to steel to increase corrosion resistance. In the early 1800s, chromium was used to produce a bright silver mirror coating for metals. Sodium dichromate is used as an oxidizing agent in organic chemistry. A number of industries have benefited from the use of chromium-based surface treatments. These include chromium plating, zinc passivation, and black chromium plating. Some of these processes are now being improved by new proprietary chemistry. One of the most commonly used applications is stainless steel, where it adds strength and corrosion resistance. Stainless steel has many different uses, including in appliances, automotive, and electronics. Some applications require corrosion-resistant coatings. Another application of chromium is in superalloys. These materials contain a higher percentage of chromium than stainless steel and are used in a variety of end uses. These include aerospace, chemical, and automotive. In the 1800s, chromium was used as a component of paints. However, the use of chromium-based paints became less common because of their toxic effects. A replacement was developed in the form of organic paints. Chromium was also used as a tanning agent. It's a key ingredient of beryl, the raw material from which emerald is fashioned. Further, synthesized rubies are made out of chromium alloys. In industry, chromium is used almost exclusively in metal alloys.